Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to our training housekeeping room. And my name is James. I'm the assistant housekeeper of Taylor International Hotel. And you are?
Min Yi.
Min Yi. That's a nice name. I think you must be the new hired floor supervisor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so do you know why you are here today?
Well, I was told there's a training.
Okay, there's a training, of course. So for today, there's a training about our introduction of our bathroom amenities, which our guest applies. So here's the lesson plan for you.
Thank you.
And here's a room catalog for you. Okay, so do you mind if you want to have a short introduction about yourself, about your name, and where do you have your working experience before this?
Well, as you already know, my name is Min Yi. And previously I was working in the Rooms Hotel. It was a small boutique hotel with 85 rooms.
Okay.
So there wasn't much to explore, as I already been there for maybe 2 years. So that's the reason why I applied for this job and how to expand my knowledge.
Okay, so why do you choose this hotel?
Well, they have a reputation.
Ah, good to know, good to know. Yes, we do have a good reputation in terms of our rooms. Okay, alright, so shall we begin?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so before we begin, my name is James. Let me introduce myself. My name is James. I'm the assistant housekeeper of this hotel. Okay, so today's training will cover about the introduction of our guest supplies, 3 types of guest supply, as well as our standard pass stock for our bathroom amenities for 2 types of room category, which is the standard room, and another one will be our executive suite. Why we choose this is because our deluxe room is located on the lower floor, and our executive suite is located in the club floors. Therefore, there are like slight difference in terms of their bathroom amenities. So for this training, I will cover everything for you. Okay. Alright. So for the first one, it will be the introduction of guest supply. So what are the guest supply means? Do you know any definition about guest supplies?
Well, as far as I know, guest supplies is mostly the amenities that the guests use in the room.
Okay. Alright. So yes, it is items that our guests use in our rooms. So but today we only cover for our bathroom amenities. So for our rooms amenities, we will cover in our next training. Okay. Alright, so for our bathroom amenities, it will be 3 types. So it will be one is our guest essential, the second one will be our guest expendable, the third one will be our guest long items. Are you still following me?
Yeah.
Okay. So for our first one, it will be the guest essential. It will be items that usually our guests use to enhance their staying experience in our hotel. Okay, so basically they are like our ice bucket, okay, our ice bucket, our clothes hanger, like those ashtrays for guests who smoke and so on. So those are our guest essential. So basically those are the items that usually guests are not to say are not allowed, not supposed to take away when they check out. Okay? Alright. So for second one will be our guest expendable. So as you can hear the name guest expendables. So the expendable means they are paid for it. Okay. So guest expendables are those items that usually our guests take away. I mean, not to say take away, like they would take it away when they check out. Such as they are like those our hotel stationery, such as the notepad, the notebooks, the pad, pens, the pencil, so and so on. Okay. So that would be our guest expendables. Alright. So for our guest loan items, it will be more, a bit complicated in terms of. So what is a guest loan item? Basically, when the guests request for anything such as like a phone charger, like our DVD players is quite famous in here because we do provide lots of cartoons, lots of dramas and movies for our guests to enjoy. So eventually we have quite a few units of DVD players to loan out to our guests, and such as DVD players, hair dryers, and the electric shaver, and so on. Okay, so there will be a list for you to see in the room catalog. So later you can go back and check. Okay, so all these items usually we loan it to our guests. So how do we loan it to our guests? So for this we will loan it to those who upon request basically, and then when they request, we have to let them sign a form, a request form, a loan item form, so that when they check out, they have to present that form and to prove that they have returned or either kept all those loan items in the room when they check out. Okay, so that they wouldn't, because sometimes when the guests their hand are itchy and all, they might tend to steal it, or they might take it away unintentionally. Who knows, right? So we eventually need this form so that to show it as a proof. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. And then so far, are you still following me?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know what are the 3 types of guest supplies in this Taylor International Hotel?
Guest essentials, guest expendable, and loan items.
Yes, loan items. Okay. So do you roughly know what are the differences already?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So moving on, it will be our guests, not our guests, but as in our bathroom amenities. Okay. So our bathroom amenities will be like. Today I'm going to cover the second session. We'll cover about the standard par stop. So do you have any understanding about what is the standard par stop for bathroom amenities?
It's basically the sufficient amount to actually run the operation inside the housekeeping.
Yes.
To supply for guest room.
Yes, so that we wouldn't run out of our supplies daily and monthly and so on. Okay. So basically for today I choose 2 types of room. So as just now I mentioned, one is a standard deluxe room, and another one will be the executive suite. So what are the difference in terms of their rooms is one is located in the club floors for executive suite, and another one will be the deluxe room located at the lower floors. Okay, so of course their room amenities and so on will be slightly different. That one also will be covered in next training. So now we are talking about the bathroom amenities. So it will be slightly different as well. Okay? So what the difference is in terms of the brand as well as the packaging,
Sure.
as well as the number of set you need to provide for them whenever you make up a room. And so okay. So moving on, we'll start off like the standard rooms. So for standard rooms, we usually have this 100 ml of our body gel and a shower gel. So basically, when you make up any rooms in the standard in the lower floors, like those deluxe room, twin deluxe and so on. So we actually provide our guests our standard bathroom and shower gel, which is 100 milliliter. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so so for these 2, and so to differentiate between these 2 room categories in terms of bathroom amenities, so eventually for our executive suite in the club floors, it will be these 2. So it will be a bigger size. Okay. Alright, so it will be as well 2 bottles. One is for body gel and one will be the shower gel. Okay. So what the difference is, you can see they have like 1 set each, right? So for these 2 it will be 1 set, and these 2 will be 1 set. So in our standard room, we only provide 1 set per room. Okay. But of course, when the guests, when they are staying throughout like few days, like 3 days now, of course we have to top up every day for them, whenever we make up for the room. But if they need more, of course according to our hotel policy, we never say no to our guests. So eventually, when they request for more, then we just send it to their room. Okay? So it will be just 1 set. I mean, it's our standard policy. It will be 1 set per room. Okay? So that will be the standard room in our lower floor. The next one will be our bathroom amenities for our executive suite. We usually provide 2 sets. So basically, it will be like 2 shower gel and 2 bath gel. Okay, so that since our guests are paying a lot for this kind of room, so of course we have to provide more sets for them. So basically, there are 2 sets. Of course, when the guests request for more, we will definitely not to say no. So we have to provide for them whenever they request for more. Okay.
Alright.
So before I end this, so basically these are our standard ones. So they are like we couldn't tell our guests what the brand we use. Okay. So for our bathroom amenities that are used in our executive suite, we usually use the brand Badland. Okay. So it sounds more high class, upper class, so that guests will feel special whenever they check into this type of room category. Okay. As well as they have like different types of bathroom amenities such as like their toothbrush, their toothpaste and so on, all those will be under that. Okay, so they will make them feel special whenever they use it. Okay? Alright. So far you still following me? Okay. So before I end this, so basically this training is just to cover our types of gas supplies. Okay, you know the whole 3 types of gas supply. And still remember what is it?
The essentials, expendables, and
lawn items. Okay, that's a very good answer. Okay, as well as the standard pass stock for our bathroom amenities. Okay, alright. So why we cover this training for our new hired housekeeping attendant, our supervisor, or even manager, is so that when you start working, late, which is later, so when you make up for different type of room, you would know what kind of bathroom amenity you should provide for different type of room category. Okay, so that you wouldn't misput different categories, like so that you wouldn't misput like those the branded one into the deluxe room, then the deluxe room will go back to the executive suite. Yes, definitely. So it will you will eventually spoil our reputation, our image. Okay, and then I think that's all for today. And so before I end again, so there will be a next training which is on our service on procedure, which is service on procedure on making a bed. Okay, which will be conducted in the next training, which is next week. Next week, same time, same venue, which is here, our housekeeping training room, and the trainer will be our executive housekeeper, Mr. Lee. Okay?
Okay.
And happy working.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you around.
Alright.
Don't want it end in one day, no way you'll be